Hey guys, Jeff Ryan here. Been having a ball with the new inside track layout. And I tell you what, if you can finesse, and I do mean finesse, a Thunder bike around the inside here, you're doing quite a good job. Now, when I started this table and this whole new layout, guys, and I've really been digging it. I have really been digging it, been having a ball with it. When I started the table, I still had projects coming in. Everything over here I was ordering when the table came in. I got a bunch of really cool stuff. I was ordering some chassis because I knew I got some bodies coming in, and I started looking through the chassis. I was getting them unboxed and out of the bags and everything. I forget which one of it is over here. One of these, brand spanking new. I got most of the chassis for right around 26 bucks, right around that ballpark, so I just kept snatching them out. And I was looking through the bags earlier here. There's one of the chassis here, again, that looks like it's brand new, brand new. Some of the bodies that came in, this is cool, or these two. What is it, Galaxy? That dark blue one is a Galaxy, and it's a kit, and it's unfinished, and I think I'm the guy that can finish it. I used to, years ago, back in the mid-late 90s, I made the Batmobiles, and you had to get all this flashing off, and I know how to do it. I'm very good at it. I've done it for years, so that looks like it's going to be fun. And what is that, the Torino, same thing. They've got the glass, they've got the bumpers in there. I don't know if it's the same person that made them. I'm not sure. I could check the eBay, because it was two different auctions. I can see if it's the same person, but I can't wait to get into those. The chassis, other than the new one, I'm going to have to tune them up. And this one particularly, this one's going to be fun. There's a big wheels in the back, and we got the kind of bigger ones on the front there. The Mako Shark, the orange Mako Shark and the brown Mako Shark, if I'm not mistaken, the wheel wells are a little bit bigger to accommodate like the AFX tires and things like that. So I've got a couple of the Mako Sharks. I'm going to see how they look dressed out, because they do have, I've got the brown, I've got the orange. They do, they've got the standard T-Jet chassis on there. But if they look good with it like that, I just might keep it. So I'm excited about that. Some of the bodies that come in, you got some really cool stuff. What is that, McLaren album? It's from the factory without any accents on it. You guys, you know I like that. But what's interesting is this one, the Mach 1, the Chaparral, and the El Camino are all from a person who I believe he's passed away, and he was an employee at Aurora. So he got some really cool stuff. I'm very excited about the Mach 1. That's just absolutely beautiful. I've got a blue one. I don't see many red ones floating around out there that don't have anything on it. And I've already done a McLaren Alba. It came out great. I just couldn't pass it up. Now the Chaparral and the 4J, probably speed lines. What I was looking at earlier is just the screw post, and you can tell right away that's shortened, and the same thing with the 4J, that's shortened as well. And one thing about the 4J, and they mentioned this in the auction, there's a little bit of a residual paint there. So this could have been chromed, I don't know, but it looks like it has definitely been stripped. The thing about the El Camino, it's got a wonky roof. Look at that. Look at that. I wonder if that's the reason why the gentleman who worked at Aurora took it home. But it has no accents, no bumpers, nothing, and it's the roof is absolutely wonky. I'm going to see if I can straighten it out. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I'm going to see if I can straighten it out. And the bug over here, interesting thing about the bug is there's some discoloration on it. You can see there, and I think that this may have been one that Aurora put out without any accents on it, but somebody painted the headlights and the taillights. Aurora didn't paint them that, I don't want to say haphazardly, but could have did a better job. So I'm going to see if I can get a little of the easy off to get those off. And again, it'll be one that just doesn't have any accents. So I am anxious to start some of these projects. I'm going to look through my bin here that has some of the chrome and the windshield and stuff. I don't know what I have. I've got to dig through it, and then we'll go ahead and dive into one of these projects. But guys, I have been having a blast with the new layout. What's interesting is I got 4 tracks, so to speak, inside track, outside track on the big one, inside track, outside track on the small one. But then when you race the vibrators, you can go either way. You can go backwards or forwards, you know what I mean, with the vibrators. So it's like I've got 8 lanes to have fun with. So anyways, been having a ball. Let me go ahead and go through the all the chrome here and see what I got. Just very quickly, I'm cracking up over here. I am so ill-prepared to start a project. I had to find both the screwdrivers. I did find the chrome kit and the glass here. I got those from Rather Boring on eBay, and what's nice about that is they send you a long screw with that front bumper. That's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I've had to get screws in the past that were a little bit longer than that, and I've had to nip them off and grind them down. That's no fun. So when they send you one, thank goodness. Thank you guys. Again, I am so ill prepared. I don't have the rest of my tools here. I got to find the oil. I'm running around over here back and forth trying to figure out even where my guide pins are. I'm not sure. All right, let me keep hunting for this stuff, guys. Okay, this is how I wanted to start the next segment. Now that I've got everything, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try my best to get the old silver paint off the headlights and taillights there. Let me go ahead and grab the easy off, and I think I've got a Q-tip handy. I'll just do that. We can see if we can rub some of this off. This is the kind of easy off I use. I know there's a different, like a more extra strength or something like that, but I just use that. And I've got the Q-tip here. I'm just gonna spray a little bit on there and see if we can get those headlights cleaned up. Okay, I just started on one, and I got, you can see a lot of the silver on the Q-tip there. I'm gonna keep working at it, but it is working, it is coming off. It's gonna take a bit. Let me go ahead and get after it. Okay, here's where we're at. I thought I hit play in the last segment, and I did not, and that's my fault. Apologize, but I got the silver accents off the lights here in the front and the back, and I splooged it with some VRP. I said that in the last segment, or I thought I said that in the last segment. So I'm gonna, obviously I've already set that aside, and it's time to get into the chassis. I have no idea if the chassis runs. Let's get a transformer on here, see what we get. It's been out of the package, and where we at? I heard something. Oh, squealing like that. Well, we know it runs. We know it runs. Okay, let me reposition the camera. Okay, good. We know that the chassis runs. That's a good deal. Now, the front axle, I just looked at it a second ago. It's in the top hole there. You know, the 2 holes on the bottom for the shorter long axle. But usually at top hole they have like a bigger hub and wheel on there, but they got that in the center there. I don't know why they do that unless they're just trying to lower the front end a little bit, but that to me make the shoe, I don't know. Let's get this thing apart. Let's get this thing apart. And whoa boy, see that? Look at that. Armature came off the top plate just like that. We'll have to repair that. Well, anyways, we know that it works. We know that it works. And let me go ahead and get the magnets out of here. And the brushes, hopefully they'll just pop right out. Yes, they do. Make sure I know where they're at. There we go. And brush springs look like they're good. Okay, boy, I don't have half my tool. I don't have more than half my tools out here. I got to get these the axles off here. Just a sec. Okay, just got the chassis discombobulated, and I'm still trying to find some more tools. And what do we do now? Again, spring tension on for the brushes there looks pretty good. That looks a little filthy. Gonna have to get that cleaned up. I don't know where my Dremel is. I gotta get my wire brush. Just a sec. Boy, it was put away in a box. In a box. You know, imagine that, huh? All right. See if we can get this bottom cleaned up a little bit better here. There we go. Only takes a second with this Dremel brush. Only takes a second. Get that crud off there, you know what? And one thing I like to do with this as well, you guys seen me do this before, is again on the inside, I touch the head of the brush springs. There we go. And that cleans them right up. Cleans them right up. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing to the shoes. The gears in the top plate there. And then again, we got to get the armature, reattach that top plate. That should be fun, huh? just thinking about reattaching the armature back to the top plate there, and I didn't even have my vise. I had to go find my vise. Where was it? In a box, in a box. All right, let's go ahead and get that bugger put back on. There you go. I just got it back in place, and I took the, boy, look how shiny that is. Didn't that come out good? I took the wire brush to the bottom of the com plate there, and I've been oiling it just a little bit so the gears turn. So let me go ahead and start putting the chassis back together. Just been doing a little bit of oiling as I go along, especially that little hole right there in the back there. I like getting that before you get the axle and all that stuff. Just got both the axles in and all 4 of the hubs, but doesn't it look like some of them could use that Molotov, and I had to run inside to get that just a bit ago, so I've got to shake that up and get that on the hubs just to brighten them up a little bit. Just got done cleaning the brushes, and that's just all this markings over here. You just put your finger on top of them like that, the flat brushes, and that gets off the any of the carbon or the residual oil and all that stuff. Just got it back together, make sure the transformer's on. I do want to test it here. Let's go ahead and get the camera out. Oh, that sounds better, doesn't it? Yeah, that sounds a bunch better. That sounds like it's running now instead of just trying to jump along. All right, let's go ahead and finish this out real quick. All right, chassis is oiled up, good to go. I still have the VRP on the bug there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off and get it buffed out. I know I've talked about that VRP. Look at the shine on this thing, guys. This piece of plastic has not looked this good in, what, 60 years? You know, I mean, absolutely wonderful. Okay, time to put everything back together. Correction, time to get the windshield glued in. I haven't even thought about that yet. Let me go ahead and grab that glue. I'll have to find it. I tell you what, that is one thing. Here's the glue I use. It's a maximum strength. It's a Scotch glue. It works absolutely wonderful. I was about to say, everything has been put away. When I started the table and all the projects, or you know, the table project, and put the track down, the layout and everything, I put all my tools away, put everything away. It's like I got to find everything just to start a project. So let me go ahead and get the glue in the windshield here, and we'll get the bumpers on. We'll get this thing on the track in just a bit. Just dry fitting the windshield in there, and you really have to hand it to rather boring and on eBay and model motoring off of eBay. But look how well that windshield fits. It's just spot on, guys. Absolutely spot on. Let me get a drop of glue. Boy, it looks good with the bumpers on all together there, doesn't it? Let's get down the track, see what we get. See what we get. Make sure the transformers are on. Now. There you go. It's got some juice, doesn't it? Start sliding off the track right away. Very good, looks good. A little pickup. All right, let's put it on the big layout. See what we get here. See what we get. Outside lane, outside lane. Oh yeah, you can really open it up. That's running good. I love that outside lane there. The only thing about it is that little screwy ass little hairpin turn right there. Other than that, you can usually open it up real good. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it quits with this. The bug came out really good. I'm happy with it. Let me know if you guys need anything. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps me out. I'm trying to get over 1,000 subscriptions. So guys, let other people know. Please help me out. All right, let me know if you need anything. See ya. I know I ended off just so I can know it's a bug, but guys, I've got so many more projects to look forward to. Just keep in mind, we got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. Plus the rest of the layout, I've got to start in the scenery. I just couldn't wait to get some of these projects. All right, guys, have a good time.